Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will learn about printer management in Business Central. So if you open the printer management screen in the Business Central just like I have opened up at the moment, you can see here that one of the printer information is showing up, which is this printer ID with the name called Business Central, and this description is that sends prints job to the Business Central, and the type, which is very important, is called cloud printer. So this means that if I open this up, it is actually a cloud printer, which means that a printer which is not available locally but available in the cloud, right? So there is a concept behind this. From this heading you can see that it's called universal printer settings. So universal printer settings is a concept of Azure in which all the printers which are available in your local premises, in your organization premises, and you want them to be available in the cloud, in the Azure, then through this medium we can connect our local printers with the Azure, with the cloud, right? So basically, to configure all this, we need a license. We need a license of universal print, right? Uh, in case you own Business Central, Microsoft 365 Business Premium subscription, then you will get this universal print subscription out of the box. Or if you hold the Windows Enterprise license, then also you will get this universal printer license with that. However, currently, just to learn this concept and just to show you guys this concept, because I don't hold business premium subscription, I hold only basic Microsoft 365 subscription, in which I can do all sorts of stuff only in the web. So I bought that subscription, and then only I managed to configure this. So today we will learn about this setting, how we can configure the universal print settings, how we can then connect our local printers with the Azure, and then that cloud printers, how we can configure in the Business Central. So for that, you need to connect with your global administrator who holds the rights of Microsoft 365 subscriptions, and who actually manage everything in your organization. So for that, we need to go to this Microsoft 365 admin center, and here, if you don't hold that subscription, then you need to come up into this billing section and then into this your product section. So when you come here in the your product section, just like I have visited, at the moment you will see that I hold the subscriptions of 365 Business Basic and Universal Print. So I already bought the subscription, so that's why this license is showing up. In your case, if you are holding Business Premium, it will be available, but in case it is not, then you need to purchase this separately. And to purchase this, you need to click on add more products, and here you need to type, or you need to search called universal print. Press enter. So from here you can purchase this, because you can see here that I already have this, you own this, so otherwise you need to purchase this. You can see the cost of this starting 351 per license, excluding tax. So after adding tax, it will be somewhere around 474 Indian rupees per license. Okay, so that is something which you need to purchase first, and then assign that license to the users whom you want to you want that they should use this functionality, right? So you can see from here that now this subscription is a part of my account, and I have already assigned this to my user ID, right? So that is the first step which you need to perform. After that, when you already bought the license, you need to go to portal.azure.com, and when you open this portal.azure.com, here you need to search here. Right now it is showing me in this dashboard itself. Otherwise you need to search here called universal print, and then you will open this up. So once you own the license, it's quite obvious that you will be able to use it up because it's connect to your tenant. All right. Now, before we basically start and link our existing printers with this universal print, there are two types of printers available in the market. One type of printer is something which already supports universal print by default. If that is the case, then you can directly will link your printers right away from here. You can register your printers here. But in my case, you can see that this is the printer which I hold, and it by default does not support universal print. So for that, if you again go to overview, you need to download this connector right from here. When you click on download connector, it will open up this block called install universal print connector on Windows. So from here you can download this installer and install this software into your machine. So it is like a mediator, okay, between the Azure cloud and your local printer. So it will, when you install this in your server, it will detect all the printers which are attached to your server, which are attached to your machine, and then it will pass the information of those printers, local printers, to the Azure and register them. Okay, so once you install this, it will be available into this services section. You can see here that I have opened the services section, and universal print connector update, the status is currently running. Okay, now let's see. Once you install this, obviously there is a process to register your printers into this. So you can see here the steps from the Microsoft itself that register your connector. When you open this software for the first time, you will be greeted with this screen where you need to sign in first with your account, in which actually holds the license of universal print. Okay, so when you sign in using that account, okay, then afterwards here you need to provide the name of your connector. In my case, if I show you, you can see here connectors. So the name of my connector is called D365BC. Okay, so this is the same name. When you provide here, it will be registered in the universal print section connectors under with this name. Alright, so you click on register, it will register there. Now configure your connector screen. So here you will see that there are two sections available. One is called registered printer, second is called available printer. So in this section, automatically all your local printers which are attached to your computer will be listed here, right? Whether they are 3 printers, 4 printer, 1 printer, every printer which is there will be automatically available for you. Okay, so now let me click on this. Yeah, so here they have also shown that available printers, let's say in this case they have 4 printers listed out here. So you can, whatever number of printers, local printers which you want to move them to the cloud, you can select them and click on register button. Once you do that, it will be available into this printer, registered printer section. You can see here that they are registering, process is going on, and then those 2 printers will be removed from available printer section and now a part of registered printers, right? So using this step, you can see that after I registered my printers with this connector service, they were available here, right? Just like this case, I have done the same, I followed the same steps, and through that my printer is getting attached to it. But even after that, although your printer is attached to the universal print service, but still it will be not available for your business central, or you will not be able to pass all the reports which you want to print directly to the Azure itself. because let me do one thing, print share, and let me remove this. Okay, so this is the concept called printer shares. So as I told you that after your printer get listed, after following these steps, your printer will be available here, but the share status is something called not shared. Okay, so in order to make this shared, you need to come up here, printer shares, and click on add button, and then your printer which is listed are available here, whether they are one, whether they are two. So you can select your printer and name it like D365 BC print. Let's select this, and then you can select the users whom you want to be available this printer in the business central, right? Whether you want for the whole organization, you can select this. Otherwise, if any particular person you want to give them, you can select that person and click on share printer. So sharing printers, which means that now this printer is available in the business central itself for that particular user. So if I come up again, you can see here that shared status is shared now, right? Now if I open this printer, you can see the details of it plus job section is very important, where it actually tells the system that what reports you want to print, what reports you are actually printing, right? So right now one report I already processed, so that is why it is let me do one thing, reorder 10. All right, so now you can see here that one report which is showing as completed, I gave a print on that particular day, particular time. So you will see all the details of how many jobs we have already sent it to the printer, right? So this is showing as completed. Now what you need to do is that you need to come up here into this printer management screen. For the once time it will be showing nothing. So for that, what you can do is that you can click on universal print and then click on either add all universal print printers, add a universal print printer, or if you click on this, it will directly open that Azure portal which I just showed you. Okay, so no need to click on this. It's just that you want to whatever is there in the Azure, you want to see that, so you can click on it. Otherwise, if you will click on this, then also from here you can give your name, just like I gave the name Business Central. You can give any name, then click on this button to see all the shared printers, right? This is the shared printer. Let me do one thing. So I will select this printer share name D365 BC print, right? Why I did so? Because previously I gave a different name to the printer share, so that name was available. Now I have given the different name, so that's why I need to select that. But once you either click this button or you click this button, through this wizard also you will be able to register or link all your available printers from the universal print section into this business central, right? So just like in this case, my printer is available. Now I can do one thing is that, for example, if I want to edit some printer settings, I can click on it and edit it, of course. If I want to set this printer as a default printer, I can click on this, which means that it will be my default printer for all types of reports which I want to print. But the case is that my default printer, which means it will be applicable for my user only. However, it has this option that set as default printer for all users. That means whatever number of users you hold in your BC, this printer will become default for them. But of course, printer selection is the main screen from where you can just select the printers, right? Different printers and different types of reports, different types of different users, right? Like basically this section is most important from the configuration perspective, that whatever number of users you have, if you want them that that particular user will only work with the limited printer, so you can link them here. If you want that certain reports will should always print to that particular printer, you can always do this. So for example, if you see this first line, user ID is blank, report ID is 0, printer name is business central, which means that any report which I want to print will go to this business central, and any user, right? This means that any user of your organization will print any report will go to this printer. But in this case, second line which I have created, that if this user prints trial balance budget report, it will go to this particular printer only, right? So this is the case of this printer selection screen. Now let's say if I go to this posted sales invoice, and if let's say I want to print something, I open this and print send. Let me click on print, and you can see here that printer is by default, because it's my default printer, is universal printer selected. And let me click on print. So what it will do, it will first directly go to the cloud printer, right? Although the printer is my local printer only, but because it is registered in the Azure, so it is now sending a service to the Azure itself. And if I show you up here, so you will see, if I refresh, so you will see here that second job is now moved to the cloud and status is showing as processing, the name of the report, the date when I actually sending this report to the universal print. And now I cannot show you, but obviously that report is now printing in my local printer, and as soon as my printer is done with the printing, the status will turn from processing to completed, right? So this is how the overall configuration you need to perform in order to register your local printers to the universal print service of Microsoft Azure. And through this job section, you will be able to see the list of all the printing which is going on in your organization from any user at any given particular day, right? So printing is done, so let me click on refresh, and you can see the status is completed. So very effective, very good service provided by the Microsoft Azure. And through this you can link multiple printers, and you can do whatever you want to do with respect to the printing. So I just want to say that if you really want to register your local printers to the universal to the Azure, to the cloud, then start considering this, because it has this support directly into this local, like into this BC environment, right? So that's it in the today's video. If you like it, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.